Alright, so we're going to come to the top of our mat. Bring hands to the heart space. Inhale, let the belly rise. Exhale, let it fall. One more time. Maybe take one more of those releasing breaths. Inhale, let the belly rise. Exhale. Let it all go. And on our next inhale, we're going to inhale and sweep up. Reaching. Exhale, hinging at the hips and folding. Here you can take a little bit of a walk because those hamstrings are probably really tight. Mine are definitely. So just bending, or you can sway side to side. I'd invite you to take any movement that feels organic and nourishing to your body. Place the hands down in front of the feet and step or hop back into plank. And lower chest all the way to the mat. Go ahead and take your hands and place them underneath of your forehead and just rest there for a moment. Inhale, see if you can feel the back body. Exhale, let yourself sink into the mat and feel supported. One more deep breath here. Alright, we're going to come into a gentle back bend. So bring the hands underneath the shoulders and really close to your chest. And bring the shoulders down and away from your ears. Turn them together. And root your pelvis into the ground and the tops of your toes and lift. Back bends are said to be energizing in the morning. Wake up the spine. And lower. Take an inhale and exhale here. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fall towards the mat. Inhale, exhale, one more time. Inhale, rise. See if you can go a little bit further this time. Really pulling the shoulders down and away from the ears. Lifting the chest towards the sky, towards the sun. Alright, and come down. We're going to push up into all fours. And placing your hands directly beneath your shoulders and your hips, feet width apart, or hips width apart, directly under your hips. We're going to do a couple bird dogs. So, lifting left arm, right leg, or the opposite side, doesn't matter as long as they're opposite arm to opposite leg. Inhale, engage the core and see if those limbs would just flow up. And they can only go this far, and if that's comfortable for you, that's great. Try to avoid overextending here. I mean, if that feels good and it's waking you up for the morning, then I invite you to do whatever feels good in your body, but if you can, just focus on bringing those limbs out in front of you, engaging your core, and just seeing if you can rise from that. Right, and bring it down, and switch sides, opposite leg and arm. Do a few more. Switch sides. Inhale. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, opposite side rises. Exhale, bring it down. And you're more than welcome to stay and hold the pose if you'd like, if that feels more organic to you this morning. Exhale, switch. Inhale. Exhale, rest on all fours, and we'll bring it back to a child's pose. sink the hips into the heels. This is usually uncomfortable for me to have my arms stretched out overhead. So you can go ahead and just bring them around and cradle yourself. Really allow the back and the neck to rest. Take a few deep breaths here, always checking into the breath. Feeling it expand and release. All right, when you're ready, bring your hands up to support you and push up into seated. All right, we have 4 more minutes here. So come back into all fours, lift yourself into plank, and then we're going to take our first down dog of the day. And again, walk out those heels. Your calves and your hamstrings are likely tight in the mornings. Mine always are. So just pedaling. You can really move your hips from side to side if that feels organic to you. You can do a moving dog. Whatever feels good in your body. This morning we're just waking up and getting some movement in and tuning into our breath. Inhale. Exhale. All right, from here we're going to pick up our left leg, bring it up into the air behind us, and then slow and controlled step it through in between the hands. All right, so now we're in a lunge. We're going to drop that back knee and bring ourselves up. We're going to try not to dump into our joints here, so spine tall, maybe keep your hands on your knee or on your hips for support. To make you mindful of the upright posture, we're going to just stretch into these hip flexors here. So keeping that upright posture and leaning forward into the hip. Inhale, exhale, go deeper. Do 2 more inhales here. Feel free to take a back bend here if that feels good for you. 1 more. This last one, we're actually going to bring the hands overhead. Inhale, reach, open into cactus arms, and exhale, bring it forward. All right, tuck that toe, step back up into high lunge. And we're going to bring that left leg back, take a down dog, pedal it, inhale, exhale, always tuning in and focusing on the breath. And then when you're ready, raise the right leg up behind you, nice and tall, slow and controlled, step through between the hands, feel that high lunge, then drop the knee and untuck the toes. Same thing, lifting up here so your spine is nice and tall. We're not just dumping into that joint, and then really feel that stretch into the hip. I pulse. You can hold it if you'd like, or go deep and come back. Whatever is most comfortable for you. Inhaling, exhale. Two more deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. And this last one, we're going to reach with the inhale, arms overhead. Feel the arms up overhead. Feel like there's the energy between them. Really stretch into that. Okay, bring it down to cactus arms. And exhale, come forward and release. All right. bring that leg back in behind you so you are in all fours now. And we'll go ahead and take another child's pose. Inhaling deep into the belly and exhaling with the release. Go ahead and walk yourself up. All right, we're going to come onto our bums and swing our legs around. And bring the soles of the feet to meet the mat and slowly roll yourself down with your knees flexed into constructive rest. Once you're here, place a hand on the heart space and on the navel and just feel your breath. Thank your body for the movement it gave you today, for getting out of bed, for carrying you, for all it does. Ground your toes into the mat. Feel the arches of your feet, the heels, all points of contact in your hips, your shoulders, the back of your head. Go ahead and we're going to windshield wiper the legs just side to side here. So dropping the knees to the left, and then open one at a time to the right. So a little bit of movement again in that lower spine and the hip joints. It's a gentle wake up for your body. Inhale, exhale. Always find it therapeutic to move to the inhales and exhales as you switch side to side. Again, if you're feeling more stillness and letting yourself pause on one side, that's perfectly okay. Tune into your body and what it wants from you this morning. And ask yourself how you can nourish it. Keep going with these, inhaling, dropping to one side, exhaling, bringing it up into the other side. 2 more each side. Alright, come back into parallel, root those feet into the ground. We're going to take a small bridge here. So when you're ready, palms on the ground, shoulders rooted, feel those contact points of the feet on the mat. Then inhale and lift your hips towards the sky. Your chin tucks here and hold. We'll do 5, 4, really pushing towards the sky. 3, 2, breathing in and out. 1, slowly roll back down to the mat. Great. Give yourself a big hug for that. From your knees to chest, you can rock side to side or up and down if that feels good to you. When you're ready, come back into sitting or take as much more time on the mat as you have. Thank you for joining me for the first morning movement. If you watched this video, I invite you now to take a moment, if you do have the time, to maybe journal how that experience has left you feeling, an intention for the day, as I mentioned earlier. Take the time now to think of a gratitude, and you can seal it, or even just to thank yourself for all of the many things you do to take care of yourself and your body. With that, we'll bring our hands to our heart space. Take one more inhale. And releasing exhale. Feel yourself ground. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.